Hello, today I am touching on who in the world is selling right now. This is a question that we're getting asked a lot because the current market is different than it's been in years past. Interest rates are higher right now than they have been, and the prices are also higher. So we have a lot of people saying, well, interest rates are higher, and they are higher than they have been, but they're not as bad as they were back in the 70s, which is absolutely true. And rates are not certainly not as bad as they could be. That being said, prices are also higher than they were in the 70s. So it's a little bit harder market in that we have the higher pricing and the higher interest rates. So that in and of itself has caused a lot of people to put their decision to sell and maybe upgrade on hold. We're not seeing right now a lot of individuals who are selling the house that they have and upgrading into a more comfortable home or swapping out for a larger home right now. The people that we're seeing selling right now are usually in three categories. The first is estates. We are seeing a lot of estates right now because by nature of default they have to sell. So that's always going to be one that we see staying consistent, and that is one of the areas that we certainly are seeing a lot of right now, estate sales. The other ones are people who are moving out of state for whatever reason, and everyone has a lot of different reasons for moving out of state, but especially for jobs. That's one we've been seeing a lot of recently. People who are moving out of state for jobs, for different opportunities and family opportunities. So people moving out of state. We've had people moving anywhere from to San Francisco over to Tennessee and everywhere in between. So people moving out of state is another big one. The third one that we're seeing are people who are either building new or have a plan to retire. So I know that technically counts as probably two additional, so four categories, but people who are building new are another category because the inventory is so low that instead of upgrading by buying something, it's more cost effective in a lot of ways, depending on how they work it with the builder, to just go about building new. They can get a lot more house for their money in a lot of situations, and there are a lot more opportunities because the inventory right now is so low to be able to work with builders in different areas. So building new, and then like I said, people who are retiring and downsizing. They're selling those bigger homes and they're moving to a ranch. Ranches have always been very popular because they offer first floor living, so those are still hot commodities. But people who are, like I said, moving and downsizing, and people who are building new is that next group of people. So that's who we're seeing selling right now. Inventory has picked up a lot in the last couple weeks, so we have been seeing a lot more activity, which has been exciting because again, although interest rates are still higher than they have been, they did drop. It was a week and a half ago down, and we're seeing a very promising trajectory there. So if you have any other questions about who's selling right now, about the market, what it's looking like, how it's shifting, please don't hesitate to reach out. We'd love to help.